So I'm part of this really cool entrepreneurship school slash community called Day One. And today we were discussing this clip from Gary and what we think the future of AI is going to be, how it's going to affect the world. And I've kind of shared some of my thoughts on here already, but I'll try to summarize them again in a different context. And I guess I'll frame this as sort of like a meta commentary in that the biggest factor in people's outlook toward AI that I've observed is whether you believe that the primary purpose of businesses, in the US at least, is to provide jobs and income or to provide goods and services. And I think it's to provide goods and services. I get the impression that Gary thinks it is that as well, and I might be wrong. But I also get the impression that a lot of people on TikTok think the opposite. They believe the primary purpose of a business is to provide jobs and income. And I think that's a really important realization. I actually feel kind of silly because I'll be honest, I had not even considered that way of thinking about businesses at all until reflecting on the sort of discourse that's happened around ChatGPT and how it's going to affect the future, and observing that there are so many people that think that AI in general is going to be negative. And my opinion is different. It's the opposite, but I recognize that it's an opinion. And I recognize that I have no way to really provably show that really the purpose should be to provide goods and services, not to provide jobs and income. So I empathize with people who think that it's going to be bad. But as someone who thinks about businesses' value to the world being the goods and services they provide, I only see upside. The AI programs that have come out and will come out are going to enable less people to do more things and provide more goods and more services. It's going to allow smaller companies with fewer people and less money to throw around to hire talent to be able to compete with and do just as well and provide, again, just as many goods and services as larger companies have in the past and will continue to provide without augmenting their sort of workflows with AI. And I think regardless of which side you're on or what sort of role you're in or any of those things, it's really useful to think about both sides of this equation and really make sure you have an understanding of the pros and the cons.